Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone. Peace and many blessings to you. Oh, I'm on Pisces. So this is your weekly reading, Pisces. And so we're just shuffling up the deck to see what comes up for you. What is coming up for Pisces? Yes, let's see. Pisces, you have the Eight of Cups with the Six of Cups with the Four of Swords. Pisces, what are you walking away from, Pisces? You're walking away from somebody with these cards, with this card, but it's almost like you're walking away, but it's graceful. It's no, there's no animosity. There's no, oh, I'm done with the situation. Ugh. I don't kind of feel that way. I kind of feel like it's more just a case of, well, it's just the right time for me to leave. So I feel like something is kind of moving out of your life, but it's entirely okay because, as you can see, this person has a whole bunch of cups behind him. So the experience was good. It was useful. He gained a lot from where he was and what he experienced and all that kind of stuff. He had good times. He had bad times. He had everything there. And so it's like after he's experienced every feeling, emotion, everything he possibly could feel out of that situation, now it's time to move on to the next. And it's like the next may actually not be something that is entirely brand new. It might actually be something that comes back from the past or comes back around in some kind of way. Somebody maybe you left behind or disconnected with, or maybe wasn't even bothered with, may actually come back into your life. Like, just like this is a circle, I kind of see this kind of happening for you, things becoming full circle, things coming back around from the past. So a person that may have even been from either a past life may be coming back into your life, a soul connection that, you know, it needs to be fulfilled, like a karmic situation that needs to play itself out again in your life. So a person could be coming back to do that. And, you know, those kind of situations is always to teach you something quite important. Sometimes this person can come into your life and cause a whole bunch of drama. Sometimes it can come out that way. But sometimes the person can come back into your life and it could be an extremely lovely and pleasant experience. So this could be a physical person. It also could just be an experience that is coming back from the past that you left behind at one point. But I feel that when it returns back, it's kind of saying, you know, it's gonna feel, the word that comes to mind is peaceful for some reason. But I'm thinking, like, what does that really mean in terms of, like, all of these cards? For some reason, this person is bringing you back to peace. And then I'm getting the word healing. So I kind of feel that this person is healing you on some kind of level. I don't know if this person is a physical healer. It could be a physical healer that is coming back into your life, or a doctor or something coming back into your life wanting to heal you from something. Or maybe you had a good experience or positive experience with a certain practitioner or something like that, and you're returning back to that practitioner again, maybe for some help, advice, or guidance, something like that. So it could be showing up that way. It also could be saying that maybe somebody left your life and maybe to a certain extent you just waited on that person to return back. Like maybe what you just had it in your heart that, okay, one day I just hope that this person will reach out to me and reconnect with me and that kind of thing. So it could be showing up that way too. The Six of Cups can also represent children as well, and childlike kind of activities. So it could be saying maybe you're reconnecting to your childhood in some kind of way, or maybe even your inner child. Even that kind of work, I feel that could be really good for you, because it's whatever it is that you're going to be working on a healing level and on an emotional level, is going to provide a lot of rest and again peace for you. So I think that even though, like, we can get really into the hustle and bustle of day-to-day life, and we can be here and be there and be everywhere, I feel like really what I'm seeing in your cards is that kind of sense of serenity. And I think it's because you're going back to a place where you always felt very safe and where you always felt very secure. So this could be a physical location you're returning back to. This could be maybe even a temple, a spiritual building, a spiritual place. But whatever it is, it's like you've had very pleasant experiences there. You felt like you had to walk away, but I feel like for some reason you're going to be returning, or somebody that was a part of your past is coming back to you in order to remind you of that feeling of serenity and peace and oneness and wholeness. So yes, I'm finding that a lot of the signs are getting these very spiritually messages coming through, you know. So I think that's what this, especially the deck, and I think this, the messages are just always coming up with this, and I just feel that maybe it's the vibe that we're putting out there is very highly spiritual this week. So the Two of Swords is saying don't be indecisive when it comes to whatever path you're following. Sometimes things happen and come back from the past. Maybe you're questioning certain things. Maybe it's going to make you have a second thought about certain things. Maybe you might even question whether you walked out on something too soon or too early, and that kind of thing. And then you might be, you know, thinking to yourself, maybe I should return back there, you know, or reach out again. Yeah, it depends on what your circumstances are to obviously what is going to be the best deciding choice for you. But the good thing that this card offers as well is, as you can see, there's swords, but there's a lot of water in this card, and so it's all about just feeling your way through. And you guys are perfect at that. It's like feeling what's right, versus, you know, just being trapped in what the logical mind is saying is right. So let that be your guide. So many blessings to you, Pisces. I'll be seeing you. Bye.